Let me tell you something right now, folks. The most efficient team, Gilas Pilipinas, qualify for FIBA Asia Cup 2025. Gilas Pilipinas, known as the most efficient team in the qualifiers, has officially secured a spot in the FIBA Asia Cup 2025. From the start, the Philippine squad established themselves as strong favorites to directly advance as one of the top two teams in Group B. They concluded the first qualification window as one of the top-performing offensive teams, excelling in scoring, efficiency, and ball movement. By closing out the November window with a flawless record, Gilas Pilipinas not only maintained their unbeaten streak but also cemented their place in the 2025 FIBA Asia Cup, set to take place in Saudi Arabia. Their impressive form has highlighted their dominance and strong potential for the tournament. The Philippines secured their qualification with a dominant 93-54 victory over Hong Kong, China, and confirmation of their spot came after New Zealand defeated Chinese Taipei 81-64. As of November 25th, the team remains among the highest-scoring squads globally, ranking second only to Australia. Their offensive consistency and dominance highlight their exceptional form in the FIBA Asia Cup 2025 qualifiers. Top scoring teams per game in windows 1 and 2 of Continental Cup qualifiers. So far, only 13 teams in the Continental Cup qualifiers have managed an average efficiency (EFF) of over 100 per game. Among these, just 7 teams exceed 110 EFF per game. The group narrows further to 3 teams when filtering for those with at least 120 EFF. Leading all teams, the Philippines stand alone, achieving an exceptional average of 134.3 EFF per game, making them the most efficient team in the qualifiers. Most efficient teams, EFF per game, in windows 1 and 2 of Continental Cup qualifiers. A key metric for Gilas Pilipinas and coach Tim Cohn remains their ability to share the ball and distribute their offense effectively. While they didn't surpass the record of 33 assists set by the team during the February window, they still lead all teams in the Continental Cup qualifiers in assists per game, showcasing their exceptional teamwork and offensive coordination. Most assists per game by team in windows 1 and 2 of Continental Cup qualifiers. They continue to excel in ball management, maintaining a commanding lead in assist-to-turnover ratio among all teams, demonstrating their efficiency and precision in handling possession. Highest assists per turnovers by team in windows 1 and 2 of Continental Cup qualifiers. Given the Philippines' impressive and consistent offensive performance, it's no surprise they've secured a spot in next year's Asia Cup. This will mark their 8th consecutive appearance and 29th overall in the prestigious tournament. When they take the court in Saudi Arabia next year, expect them to once again dominate the competition with their explosive offense. They were turning defense into offense in the blink of an eye. It was a pickpocket's paradise out there. And Gilas were the master thieves. Opposing guards couldn't breathe. They were pressured, harassed, and completely taken out of their game. This Gilas defense was a force of nature, and they shut down every single opponent they faced. Now, talent alone can only take you so far. You need that intangible, that special something that separates the good teams from the great ones. And let me tell you, this Gilas team had it in spades. We're talking about team chemistry. These guys played together, fought together, and won together. They were a true brotherhood on the court, and it showed in their performance. The veterans led the way, the young guns stepped up, and everyone played their role to perfection. Mason Amos, Tamayo, these young fellas were balling out there. They brought that youthful energy and fearlessness, while the veterans provided the leadership and experience. It was a perfect blend, and it made Gilas a force to be reckoned with. Listen, you want to win basketball games? You gotta control the boards, plain and simple. And let me tell you, Gilas Pilipinas treated the glass like it was their own personal property. They were relentless, attacking every rebound with a hunger and desire that was unmatched. Offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, they wanted them all, and they weren't afraid to fight for every single one. They understood that second chance points win ball games, and they made sure they got every single one they could. The other teams, they just couldn't handle the physicality, the tenacity, the sheer will of this Gilas team. They were getting out-hustled, out-muscled, and out-rebounded on every possession. It was a clinic in rebounding dominance. Now let's talk about that home crowd, because they deserve all the credit in the world. The Filipino fans, they brought the noise, the passion, the energy, and it made all the difference. Every bucket, every steal, every charge, that crowd erupted like they'd won the championship. And you know what? That energy, it was contagious. It lifted the players, it fueled their fire, and it made them play even harder. It was like having a sixth man on the court, a force multiplier that pushed Gilas over the edge. And let's not forget about the coaching staff, because they deserve a ton of credit as well. They put together a brilliant game plan, made the right adjustments, and got the most out of every single player. This was a total team effort, from the players on the court, to the coaches on the sidelines, and of course, the incredible fans in the stands. So there you have it, folks. The keys to Gilas Pilipinas' dominant run to the FIBA Asia Cup 2025. They were firing on all cylinders, clicking on all levels, and playing with a swagger and confidence that was impossible to ignore. They were a team possessed, and they proved that they are a force to be reckoned with on the international stage. But this is just the beginning, folks. The journey is far from over. The FIBA Asia Cup 2025, that's the ultimate goal. That's where legends are made. And this Gilas team, they have the talent, the heart, and the determination to etch their names into the history books. So buckle up, folks, because the ride is just getting started. Gilas Pilipinas is coming, and they're bringing the storm with them.
Hit that like button and subscribe for more updates. Let's stay informed and engaged. Catch you in the next one.